What's up, everybody? Thursday night, man. Whoa, what a crazy day it was. Hope y'all are doing good out there. Again, the one thing I hate about this setup is this camera angle. I never get it right on the first try. I gotta keep adjusting it. But there we go. Camera's good now. What's going on with everybody? Steve in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Juji, hello. FJZG, how's it going, bro? Steve, man, what's going down, buddy? Ellie in the house says, hi, Rick, I'm way early, but I wanted a chance to thank you for the video. Awesome, that's great. I'm glad you saw it. Hopefully it's helping. Steve says, thanks for warming us up. Oh, yeah, man. I'm cold. It's cold in here, man. Like, woo. Chilly. FJ says, play some Crocus. Do they have any notable riffs? I mean, I know of, like, Screaming in the night, I die for you. That one, and they had that Ballroom, but it's a Ballroom Bliss, which wasn't an original. I'm not sure. There was one more song that they had that was kind of semi-popular. I can't think of it. Anyway, Ellie, no problem. There you go, Steve. He's at warming. Ellie's feeling this. He said the worms are goated. There you go. Appreciate that. Steve says he's warming up. Let him be. Just let him be. I love it. Thank you, Juji. That's absolutely. It's a good for me because I can kind of just pick and choose how I want to notes I need to play or practice or get warmed up. I played a little bit earlier. I was working on some stuff earlier, so I should be mostly warmed up already. I said, glad I came early so I could witness. There you go. Steve's like, buckle up. You're gonna blast off. I feel it. Donald James says the Shredder family came and visited the stream today. I was stuck. Yeah, I was there, but I was unable to type anything. But I did see Mama Shredder pop in there, so that's awesome. And there you are, Donald. Good to see you, buddy. We're talking about that Vicious Rumors, man. Yo, that Vicious Rumors is a sick. I got that Vicious Rumors when it came out back in the day. I was like, man, that's a great production. The whole album just smokes, man. I was like, man, you reminded me of that, Donald, when I looked at your list of songs. Chris, what's up, dude? Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's see. All right, we got plenty to still warm up. I am mostly warmed up, but, we got to warm you guys up before we get too crazy here. We'll do a kind of mid-level, slowy jam. Check this one out. That's nice. Very nice. Nice and slow. Not too much craziness going on there. So yeah, it's a good warm up right there. I do appreciate you hanging out, listening to a lot of people hanging thus far. So we thank you for hanging out here tonight. We got the next song is where the hell did it go? Oh man, I got the soundtrack is the next song, and there it is. I got a lot of tracks in here, so sometimes it gets difficult to find. All right, let's see what we got here. Hanging in the chat. Okay, we remember that. The Shredder family got it. Down James says, man, I got to start practicing the Vicious Rumors again. Yeah, that's some good stuff, man. I never learned any of it, honestly, but I listened to it like crazy. I loved listening to it. And that singer, I think Carl Albert was his name. Unbelievable. Erica Alvarez, how you doing? Good to see you. Ellie said, I tried riffing that one song that I don't know the name of. It sounds like a 90s classic. It worked with Rick's video, but it's sad I don't remember the song. Oh, well, let me know which one it was. If you remember it, let me know. Chris, thanks, brother. BX Vash 99, thank you so much, my friend. Juji's like flaming tomorrow. We about to get real hot next on this one. Ellie asked, anyone else eating dinner or snacking on something? I just had homemade pizza. It was delicious. Stardust is like a chef. Stardust is a pizza chef now. It's amazing. Chris was feeling that. Thanks, buddy. He said he just finished some shepherd's pie. That's what's up. Chris says, come on, y'all give this guy some likes. I feel it. Thank you, Ellie. Dagan Marty says, I need to practice right now. Get on it, man. No problem. Pick up the guitar and vibe with us, man. Hang out and jam. Down's like, gosh, this track is a vibe. Good for him. Yeah, for sure. It's a nice, just wide open, two sections. That's all you need. Dave in house, what's up, brother? Thank you so much, bro. Ellie knows, go practice. Absolutely, why not? A lot of people pick up their guitar and they just jam along. If you need to know the keys of these songs, let me know. I'll tell you. Steve says, hit that like. That's right, buddy. Grant Vangenvit, he says, that was dope as F. Man, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Deegan Mart says, you're shredding right now. Nice work. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Stardust says, future lunch is ready. Delicious. Friday pizza. I love it. You know I love pizza. So the more pizza I can eat, the better. Down James knows Carl Albert, rest in peace. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Tazi said he had his Mountain Dew earlier. When was the last time he did Shadows? I think I did it Tuesday, but we can do it again. We could do it again. Ellie says, yum pizza. Oh, yeah, I love pizza. Evan in the house. What's up, Evan? How you doing tonight, bro? Good to see you. Or good day to you, I should say. You're not in the nighttime. Don says, Stardust made homemade pizza. Dang, you're like, oh, man. I'm the luckiest because that was some good stuff, man. The pepperoni, because last time we had it with just cheese, which is still good, but just slapped on some pepperonis, man. I sent it to a whole nother level. Rodrigo, Oscar Cano, Adalohigo, gracias, amigo. Thank you so much. Ellie said, the song I was practicing earlier is one of them classics, but I can't remember the name of it to anything. You always got to remember, because people are going to ask you someday, like, hey, do you know that one song? And you can be like, I do, but I don't know the name of it. You got to remember those names. Remember those names. Let's see. Chris said, this wood stove, we have put a pizza stone in it and do homemade pizza. That sounds really good. Stoned pizza is good. Oh, look, Sony Records is in the house. Hi, Sony Records. You don't actually own any rights to my music. And Sony Records has 2 subscribers. And his name is Sony Vio for life. Sony Vio? What's that, 1990s? The Sony TV from the 90s, bro. Might want to change that up, buddy. You ain't that smart neither. Nice copy-paste, though. ChatGPT, what is the copyright article? Tell me, please. Wow, anyway. Enjoy, Sony. Yeah, no one likes serious stuff anymore. No. I better even play my PlayStation, bro. My PlayStation got dust on it, man. That's how much I use my Sony. Anyway, Chris, they say he put some frozen pizzas in the Trader smoker. That's what's up. I don't have a smoker around here, but if anyone else does, there you go. Ellie says she just bought a Mountain Dew. There you go. Daniel Berry, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Hector Jesus Marta says the tornado of souls. I'm not sure what that one is, man. I've heard of Tornado of Souls, but we don't play it right now, buddy. But thank you, Hector, for your visit. Have a great night. Ellie says that would probably be my downfall when I get good music. Remember your times. Yeah, for sure. Donald says somebody had to make an account specifically Troy. I know, right? That's classic. But Sony Vaio for life? That's old, man. That's old. Guilty of being right says Pizza Man's got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to what? 30 seconds to Mars? He's not got 30 seconds.
I can't wait. I need to hear Pizza Man play guitar. Like, now, man. Play something.
All right, anyway. I had pizza tonight, y'all, and I'm feeling good, so don't mess with me. Anyway, soundtrack 11, let's rock this thing. ripping warm up right there. I'm definitely good. Feeling good now. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Then we're gonna slow it down after that. A little slow down there. Let's get that ready. Appreciate all the comments. A lot of people hanging out. Thanks for hanging in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're having a good time. We love to see it. We love to see it. Where did we leave off? Okay, remember that. Remember the tornado. And you was feeling that one. There you go. I guess he gone. Pizza Man got 30 seconds. Man, he's worse than a judge on TV, like a musical judge on TV, man. You got 30 seconds to show me what you got, buddy. And I might stick around. Yeah, no worries. Ellie says, me when Pizza Man needs to play. There you go. Aprendiz, there you go, buddy. Stardust knows demands and or spammy equals mute and possible ban, so relax and enjoy the show. Sterry, what's good with you? How you doing, buddy? Ellie says the spamming emoji reactions count. It does not. No, that's fine. It's when the people go, play Metallica, play Metal Ica, play Metal, play, stuff like that over and over and over again. That's whatever. But you're fine, Ellie. You're probably fine. See, sorry. Even Star said, nah, go for it. Steve, thank you, buddy. How's Sam's band? Hello to you, buddy. Ellie says, I like this song. It's my new anthem. I'm not going to remember it in 2 days, so I feel you. You probably won't remember the title either. It's called Soundtrack 11. Remember that, Ellie? Soundtrack 11. That's it. Everett Morris, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. Very nice, man. Ellie says, well, I don't want to be kicked in the head, but Rick definitely is the best shred I've ever heard. Well, thank you, Ellie. Oh, yeah. That's funny. I guess I'd say, how far can you stretch your beehole, buddy? Who was that guy? Shut up. His name was Shut Up, y'all. He is curious, bro. What's up with Shut Up, y'all? Okay, Shut Up, y'all is like some kid. Like, you can tell he's like in the passenger seat of his mom's car. He's got a seatbelt on, which is good. Good job. His name is Lambercast. So he's a brain-rotted young kid. Welcome to the world. You're going to do great, my friend. Evan knows. Rick can pull a flying roundhouse kick to your head straight in this. This is true. You don't want to feel what a piece of steel would feel like hitting you in the head. It's not good. But anyway. There you go, Ellie. Bruce Barlow, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Okay. Black Paco Murder, thank you, dude. Ellie said, I see, low key in my yapping mood, no problem. Yap it up. Caged in my thoughts. What's up, yo? Good to see you, man. Deegan Martin says, you're truly awesome. You deserve this more than I do. I thank you, brother. Thanks for that super chat, man. That means a lot, and I appreciate it very much. Corey Manuel knows what's up. He says, play whatever you want. I thank you, my friend. We shall. We got all kinds of cool stuff tonight. I promise you that. Black Paco says, some parts remind me of Guitar World magazine lessons. Is it true that? Man, I used to read those all day. But it's very 80s, yeah. It's a very 80s-ish, Shrapnel Records type of song, that is. Engine, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Joey Sousa from Brazil. Boa noche, amigo. Brooke Rolfe back in the house says, I'm always walking into this and wondering, what the F is going on? I don't know. There's always something. Always something. Oh, wait. Guilty of being right. It says, yo. What's up, yo? Donald James said, eating a booster seat. Could be. Ellie says, technically, I'm a brain rot young kid. I hope I'm by it. I haven't noticed the brain rot from you, Ellie. You seem intelligent enough. And most intelligent people hang out here, that's for sure. Brain rot people, they usually, they're long gone. Too much for them. But we appreciate you. Danny Trump. This guy, what are you related to Trump? He's got a picture of Ice Cube from the new War of the Worlds movie as his thing. He also, let's see what he says. On BD, on GD, on Vice Lords, on Cobra. So Danny J. Trump is brain. This is brain rot. Even his tag is at various serious adult. No, you have brain rot, dude, and you got potatoes for your banner. So your brain is potato. Your whole life's a potato. He gonna say, what the hell am I watching? What the hell are you watching, Danny? because it ain't good. You need to go watch the Asian kid playing on buckets. You'll enjoy that. That's for you, buddy. There you go, Evan. One more quarter. What's up, buddy? Cage, and he says, "Hey Rick, I just bought a Jackson Dinky 90s reverse with 90s with a reverse head. Nice, dude. Where'd you get that at? That's very cool, man. I see a bunch of them, but not the one I'm looking for. But yeah, man, that sounds good, dude. They're great." Rayman U says, "Can you play guitar?" No, not very well, Ray. No, not too good, buddy. Not too good. I try. I really try, though, man. But I like talking, man. I like talking. There's Don. Don says, "Play song now." I like the one guy he said, "Play song." Just play song. Oh, sure. What song would that be, sir? Anyone in particular? Just play song? I got you, bud. I got you. It's people, man. Brooke Russell, I love watching you while I fall asleep. There you go. There you go. Okay, Cajun thoughts. You got. He said, yes, he does. You got on Reaver? Okay. Tell me what color it was, because I seen them all, and I look at them all. Let me know which color it was, because I do remember quite a few of them. Kyle Billy announced, "What's up, brother? Good to see you there." All right, man. It's just gonna be a fun night tonight. I think I'm feeling giddy tonight for some odd reason. You know. We'll see. Maybe because I know it's Friday tomorrow. That makes me happy. So let's slow it down with a touch of balladiness here. Okay, there you go. Nice little slow jam right there for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. I see a lot of people hanging out with us as well. So we're going to continue with the standard set list here that I have prepared. Actually, I did have something different. Let me change this to another song real quick. But dang, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're having a good time here. We do put videos every single day of the week and go live 5 times a week. And this is a great community here that you would love to join. I promise you that. We do have some comments to read, so please stand by while we run through these really quick. And thank you so much for your patience. CMM says, I got too much energy right now. I'm just watching the streams. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Ellie was feeling that one. Very nice, very nice. My name is, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ray. Donald said, Rick is honestly one of my favorite songwriters. Well, thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. Ray Manu says, Instagram. I have an Instagram, yeah. I have 22.2 thousand followers on Instagram and close to 10 million views, I think, now, which is a terrible equation of 10 million views and only 22,000 followers. It doesn't feel right to me. But you can follow me on Instagram, buddy, if you like. Make sure you subscribe here as well. Because Instagram just gets the hand-me-down stuff from YouTube, essentially. Thank you, CMM. Michelle Davis, guitarist, hello, and thank you so much. Appreciate you. Drummer, he says, bro, rock on. Thank you, buddy. My man, what the wild things you said. I'm glad my new phone found this dude. Thank you to your phone. Appreciate you hanging out. Sumbankar Dara says, powerful, loved it. Thank you, Sumbankar. Nashiket says, what an awesome sound this is. Thank you, Nashiket. Sorehand says, you effing shred. Thank you, brother. Juji got the link to our official Discord. If you do Discord, you want to hang out over there, please go ahead and click that link. You can join if for free at any time, of course. Night Raver, thank you so much. Steve says, subscribe, turn notifications on. You'll never miss it. It's true. Thank you, Nashiket. Idilfonso Sosa, thank you so much, buddy. Grim Fandango asks, is that a Jackson? Indeed it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I only use Jacksons. Call Me Trill says, I bought a guitar this week, hoping one day I can shred like this. There you go, buddy. Appreciate that. And congratulations on the guitar. Have fun with it. Make sure you're always having fun. And then when you're ready, go to my channel. There's some instructional videos that can help you get the shred like that. I promise you that. I do. Jake says, hey, Rick. Hey, everyone. I'm out to dinner, but lurk and listen. No problem, brother. You know what I said, man. Life always comes first. Always, always, always. Thanks, Caged. I still got more comments than expected. Power Surge, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Ray Manu knows the guitar talks. That's how we do it. Josiah Sebelvita says, I mean, what? Literally, that was incredible. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Nashiket. Hosea says, I can't believe I'm going to MI College and he's out here shredding Miles Barenakis. I feel you. You're going to Musicians Institute? You'll be better than me in no time if you work hard, which you probably will, buddy. Don't worry. You'll be there. You'll be there. Evan says, Jackson first female signature model looks nice. Isn't that like a Les Paul looking one? Like a baritone or something? Credible Hawk, dude. What's going on, brother? Long time no see, man. How you been, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. Grid Fandango said, oh, so it is a Jackson. Absolutely. But I only play Jacksons. That's all I play. John Poland, thank you, buddy. Jose said, I literally don't even want to type my comment until we're done. That's how amazing it was. Thank you, buddy. We're at Mangunza. Hello, buddy. Good to see you. Damien Cassell says, you're an inspiration. I've been seeing the last few months as I've been picking up guitar. That's awesome, dude, man. Well, again, as well with the other guy there, man. Have fun playing that guitar. Keep working hard and see where it takes you. Grim says, low key, I have no excuses. I got to keep grinding, Dad. The last thing you said is the most important thing. You got to keep grinding. Always. There is no excuse, buddy. You know, trust me. I always laugh when I see I got no excuses. Yeah, you don't, because the internet has every answer to your questions. Whether it's guitar, whether it's anything, whether you're going to try and build a video game, you can learn how to do it right here on the internet. But then again, it takes a lot of work. Ellie says Instagram's kind of weird. People pass up talent and quality of time. And she says 10 million views, but 22 follows seems weird. It does. It is what it is. I don't care about it. I just post it there. That's extra people, extra eyes on me is how it works. We're Atman, thank you, buddy. Zul Fadli Azman, hello. Michelle Davis, thank you so much. Grim says, by the way, those Seymour Duncan pickups, they're not. They're Jackson pickups. They're from 1992. You can't even buy these. But I do play Seymour Duncans otherwise. But if you were to say this would be a Duncan Rails, this would be a Duncan JB. If you're looking for similar, for sure. But yeah, these are just straight up from Jackson. Batu Han Bus Kurt, thank you, buddy. Weird Man wants let's play your guitar, bro. You know how we do. We're going to. Batu Han from Turkey, good to see you. Jamila Romero, good to see you. Hola, how you been? Very cool. Kay said Jackson Duncan, probably. Yeah, they started using the Duncan design later on, but yeah, these are just made by Jackson. And they do have a name like J190C or something like that. I can't remember. Hawk said it's been good. Dizzy, but good. Hope you've been doing good. Yeah, man, things are good, man. Things are good. Cage, man, this is a Dinky Reverse Pro. Yeah, 100%. 90 from 92. Eli Van Zandt says, who's your favorite F1 driver of all time or currently? Currently, it's George Russell and Charles Leclerc. All time, Michael Schumacher and Ayrton Senna. Why'd you delete that? What's wrong with that? That's not a bad question. I don't know. Todd Howard in the house, buddy. Thank you so much for all the Skyrim games and Fallout games. We love you, appreciate you. Very nice. Evan likes Mark Webber. Of course you like Mark Webber because he's Australian. What about Oscar Piastri? That's Mark Webber's protege. There you go, Jamila. Pietro Diaz from Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo. Oh, did he put it too many times? Okay, he put it too many times. Okay. I mean, you asked me a question about F1. I'm going to answer it. I only need to be asked once. I will definitely do it. Donald says his brother learned how to install a new catalytic converter on his car by watching TV. I know. The answer is out there. So if you got a bummed out catalytic converter, you got no excuse if you want to fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that with anything. It's anything. Claymaker, my favorite song is Electric Eye by Judas Priest. Skip said, just watch some of your shorts. You're amazing, bro. Thank you, Skip. Playmaker says to play, yep. JC Videos feeling it there. Pella got the count, 69 likes. There you go. Ben Salamat from Brazil. Obrigado, amigo. Boa noche. Oh, there you go, Steve. Portuguese Brazil, PTBR. Hello, bro. Russell McGuire knows to go Raiders. Like we trying, man. We trying hard, man. We win as a team. We lose as a team. So right now we're losing hard. But dang it, go Raiders. Do something, dang it. Gino Bear pick his whole body up off the floor at this point. Okay, Kay said gloss black dinky with shark fin. I kind of remember seeing that. Yeah, that's a nice one. Liam says, hey, can you please shout out my dog, Reginald the dog for Liam. What's up, Reginald? That's a cute name, actually. Reginald the dog. We got that chat covered. That was a lot of chat, but I appreciate it. This one's called Suave, newer song of the year. Newer song this year. Let's go. I wrote this when I was only doing 4 counts. So. Okay, that was called Suave right there. That's a newer song from this year. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, we're moving on. 10:43. Got some moving and grooving here. We're gonna do some album tracks, I believe, next. A lot of great comments too. Thank you so much for all the comments. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Alice Beat says favorite riff out again would be Judas Priest, Electric Eye. Donald James knows Crosby's going to the All-Star game. There's no doubt. He is the best player, along with Ashton Genty, of course. They're the best players on the team. Overdrive says, brother, you're amazing. Love your guitar. Thank you, Overdrive. K Sauce is ready for that one. Nashikет, T7, thank you. Juji, thank you. T7 again, thank you so much. Donald James said that bell got emphasis. Oh yeah. Daniel William, thank you. Carson Delisle, thank you so much, buddy. T7's feeling it again. Thank you, bud. Nashikit, thank you. Truffle says, yes, love this dude. He shreds. Thank you, Truffle. Appreciate you there. T7's feeling that for sure. Heaven, thank you. Good to see you. Donald James says, I usually play along, but I already played for a long time. I need to sit back and pay attention. No worries, buddy. Jam it up or hang tight, man. It's all good. It's all good. We can do the work, and you can work with us. It's all good. Jeremy Bennett, thank you, sir. Heaven says, always a great time hearing some shreds. Thank you, Heaven. T7, thank you there. Don Zachary's feeling the fire. Appreciate that, brother. Jamal says, I hear you. There you have it. Star Program Pillows, there you go. Chris Liggett, thanks, brother. Ellie says, I practiced a whole lot earlier today, too, Dom. So I'm just Vikings and reserving. There you go. Let's see. Star Program, thanks, buddy. Heaven, thank you. Heaven again and Star Program, thank you so much. Dashi Ketsa, I've been suaveed and fried. There you go. That's the good stuff. Rakesh Aliyan, he says, he's speechless. Rock on, bro. Thank you, bro. Truffle, thanks again. Overdrive said, he lost a guitar on an accident, and I can't get a new one due to a brain condition, but I only wish to play some guitar before my time runs out this year. You're awesome, buddy. Well, thanks, Overdrive. I appreciate that, buddy. I hope for you too, buddy. I mean, if you could get any guitar, just something to clank on, man, that'd be amazing. Hopefully, you'll get that, man. I'm sorry to hear about the accident. I hope everything is okay and works out for you, man. We'll be praying for you for sure. Jeremy Ben, thank you. Jamal T7, thank you. Thank you, Ben. Portuguese, obrigado. Again, Ben, thank you. Heaven says possible by practicing. He's been playing over 20 years. This is true, yes. Almost 30 now. Almost 30, yes. Nashiket, thanks, buddy. Ben Salah, T7's like, nice, suave. That's what's up. Juji, thank you. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, says one of my favorite Judas Priest songs. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Ellie says, she said vibing, not Viking. I was like, all right. You can be a Viking. That's a riff right there. Chris Liggett, there you go. Bean Boozle, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ben. Astanda, I don't know, buddy. Nick the Slick, doesn't that go like this? That's Jawbreaker. That's a great song, buddy. I like that request. T7, thanks for those jewels, brother. Appreciate it. Absolutely, Overdrive. Thank you for being here tonight, my friend. BT Channel says, love from Northeast India. Great to see you, buddy. Yeah, knows up here in space. I'm looking down on you. Thanks, Guilty. Outdoor says, can you do heart-shaped box? Is that the one that goes, hey, wait, I got a real complaint. Forever in debt to your price in life. Is that heart-shaped box? I don't know. I've heard Nirvana stuff, but I don't know it. I would never probably play it. Elo Way says heart-shaped in D flat is noise. Is it really? Well, who else plays it in a D flat? I'd love to know, man. Maybe I'll go listen to it. Maybe we should all go listen to it. We could just stop the stream and go listen to that because I don't know it. But it's all good. Outdoor Maniac, there you go, buddy. X, hello. How you doing, my friend? Instead, we're going to play Until the Bitter End. It's actually in, what key is this in? It could be an A flat or G sharp, depending on your day, depending on your mood. This one's called Until the Bitter End. This is off the, this is the title track to my album, which is available here on my YouTube channel. If you go to my page, go to the Releases tab, and you can click on that and check out the entire album at no cost. Stream as much as you like. Or if you'd like to buy it, of course, go to Apple Music, iTunes, or Amazon. You can purchase it there. But until that time, this is Until the Bitter End. Let's go. crazy tune right there. And thanks so much for hanging out, listening. That was called Until the Bitter End right there. That is the title track to my album, yet once again. And thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I see the heart-shaped Buckeyes left. I'm glad. Because we don't do that stuff around here, man. That's what we do, what we just did. Anyway, Rodrigo, I have no idea what walk pen is, Tokyo is. I've been to Tokyo, though. Played in Tokyo. Played to thousands of people in Tokyo, but never heard of no walk pen, that's for sure. But thanks for hanging. Pele got the count, 97 likes, not too shabby there. Steve knows, buckle up, yes sir, yes sir. Nashiket knew what was up there. Chris Liggett, there he is. Cage, thanks buddy. Juji, thank you. Miguel Angel Vivardo, gracias amigo, thank you. Nashiket, thank you. Mama Schrader in the house, what's up mama? She says slacking my mod status for Brody because we are running errands. But I still got to come here and say hi to you, Rick, and all the best ones. Thank you, Mama. Great to see you there. Hope you're having a great night thus far. Steve in the house. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Ellie is feeling it. There you go, Cage. He said, Rick, rainstorm. That's what's up, man. Aiden, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. How you doing tonight? That's awesome, man. Mama Shred says she running errands with a toddler and modding is hard. I know. It gets harder and harder these days. Troll Central. It's been a hit or miss with them tonight around here, but hey, you know. Mitchell Bagley, excuse me. He says, dude, you're absolutely incredible. We're not worthy. I feel you, brother. Thank you, Mitchell. You're all worthy. Anyone that hangs out here with me and has a good time is more than worthy. More than worthy. And I'm just a disciple here. Be having fun and hoping everyone is enjoying what I do. So thank you, buddy. Nashiket, Chris, Mama, thank y'all. Ellie is feeling that awesome sauce. That's what's up. Juju was like, damn. There was a little extra spice on that one. A little zing to that one there for sure. Gabriel Malagon says, greetings, viejo sabroso. He goes, could you make the trooper? Can I make it? I don't know. Only Iron Maiden makes the trooper, but I can take my life, but I'll take his too. Oh, let's see. Coop says, how to sweet pick. Are you trying to learn? I mean, we're kind of trying to do a concert here, my friend. And how to sweet pick is not a quick answer. Can you play a bar chord? If you play a chord, then add the third note to it instead. So your chords are root fifth, root third, fifth root. That's a minor chord. It's a minor chord right there. Add the third on the top and bottom strings, and go down and go up. Go down, go up. Go down, go up. That's the quick answer, buddy. But there's plenty of. Go look for Bradley Hall. If you want to learn how to sweep pick, buddy, go to Bradley Hall. He's one of the best teachers on YouTube, and he has a great lesson on how to sweep pick if you're really that interested. On your own time. This is our time right now, buddy. But thank you. Donald J said, until the bitter end maybe reminds me of an epic final battle. Your songs are easy to imagine. There you go. I know, yeah. That I wrote that song because I imagined, I watched Deep Impact, right? Which is one of my favorite type of movies like that. And I was like, man, what would happen if the asteroid hit the Earth? What would it sound like? What would it be like? Not that if it happens, we're not going to really know. We're going to know, and then we're not going to know anymore. Mojo Flow, thank you. Jeremy Bennett, appreciate you there. Stepan Koltennikov, he says, hello to you. Ellie said, it does feel like a boss theme song, like an alien with 4 different eyes and 13 final forms. Whoa, that'd be a big fight. Venturi, how you doing, buddy? Kyle Billy says, did you bring the storm? Because it's raining. That's how I do, man. Renstrom brings the storms, for sure. There you go, Elliot, the final boss, right? Remba, hello. Kyle says, it's not raining men, though. That's good. Just regular water is fine, Jay Hamstyle, feeling that. Thank you, buddy. There you go, Ellie Juji. He's like, oh, what is that? What does that even mean? That's funny. The little whistle, side whistle. Isaac Skidmore. He says, when did you get into guitar? When I was 14 years old, but that's the first time I started playing guitar. It wasn't until I was 15 that I started taking lessons. Cage, have a great night, buddy. Donald James, so there's plenty of videos on sweep picking. That's how I started practicing. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, though, if you want the best video how to sweep pick, Bradley Hall. Bradley Hall. Bradley Hall is my go-to for anything. I love watching Bradley, and he's a hell of a guitar player. Not even a heck of a, he's a hell of a guitar player. Yeah, no problem, Coops. Football Stevie, what's up, dude? Yeah, Benny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Donald James knows Chef Rick. Heck yeah. Brandon, what's up, dude? Jay Skulls, can you do Cowboys? I don't actually know that riff. I know it like. I know it in my head, but I never tried to learn it. I know Floods. I know Cemetery Gates. I know the Domination. But that's about it, man. I never try to learn too much of it, but I love listening to it. Ain't no doubt. Juju, you want some King Diamond? All right, we'll do a King Diamond. We'll do my King Diamond solo because I love playing it. All right, let's see. King Diamond. Andy LaRock solo. Let's do that. King Diamond, welcome home. That's what's up right there. Time's 11 o'clock on the dot. We're moving and grooving tonight. All right, we'll do this next. Excuse me. Evan says Brokeback Mountain guy can do Cowboys from Hell. That's true. Which one? Jake Gyllenhaal? Ellie said, I honestly forgot that Rick still needs to learn about stuff guitar. I actually don't, but I like to watch. I like to watch and see what other people do. But Bradley does a lot of like guitar videos. But I've watched his a couple of his videos just to monitor what's happening, what he can do, but what he's trying to teach. He did a thing on modes, and it was for someone that knows modes, it was very good. But for someone that probably doesn't know modes, you'd be completely lost. So I'm like, all right, I got you, Bradley. I'm gonna try and think of a video that explains modes a little more ELI5 type, you know. But yeah, Bradley's awesome. I have more stuff to practice. If I could practice more, that would be amazing. I need time to practice. All right, let's see. Jake says, ooh, I want to hear Domination. All right. There you go, a little bit. Kyle Bates, I hope I get a chili burger tonight. Hey man, that sounds delicious, man. Ellie says everyone needs refreshers, but that's so easy to forget. Oh yeah, it's awful. Most of the time, if I'm trying to learn, like someone goes, "Hey man, can you ever play that one song?" I'm like, I don't know, I could try. I'll watch somebody play it. There's a lot of dudes like Mr. Tabs and dudes like that play it exactly note for note, and they got tabs on the screen, so I can kind of watch that and figure it out real fast. Because I've probably heard it a million times, but I just don't know the notes. Moez Cherny says, hello, just stumbled on you. Can suggest something. Might be cheesy, not hard melt. Just a nice solo. You can suggest, but if I don't know it, buddy, I just move on with life, man. And I don't know everything, but I know a lot, but I don't know everything. That's for sure. Juji, there you go. Ellie, there you go. Moez, thank you, buddy. Metal Mark says, Dokken, a well-known hairspray band. Were they? I don't know. I wouldn't consider them a Hairspray band. Not really. I mean, certainly the record label made them dress up in some goofy stuff, probably maybe a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. George Lynch always looked cool, but they definitely used Hairspray. There's no doubt about it. But their music was great, and their lyrics weren't about, you know, uh, ain't no need nothing but a good time or something like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At least they worked out some cool lyrics too. Ellie says noted. Yes, Bradley Hall, for real. Bailey Brooks in the house says shred some of that sick ass stuff, man. Haven't been here all 30 seconds. You a bad damn ever. Thanks, brother. And Judy said a little folk and doken, so yeah, we'll try that. Jay Skull said, I think there's a minute delay from the chats. Nah, not really. I am reading the chats in real time as they come in and from the beginning. So yeah, it takes me a minute to get through them, buddy. JK, thank you. Biz, there you go. Derek, hello to you. Thiago Chiarotto, hello, buddy. Bailey Brooks says, Electric Funeral, Black Sabbath, question. No, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Ozzy era Sabbath. I only Ozzy stuff that I know was whatever was on the Speak of the Devil album. I got into Black Sabbath when Ronnie James Dio was in the band. That's the first Black Sabbath album I ever heard was Heaven and Hell. And I thought he was the original singer. I don't really know much about, I didn't know Ozzy was even in Black Sabbath. I didn't know. This is when I was a little kid. Jeremy says, your rendition of Flight of the Bumblebee, never learned it, man. Never played it. Problem Solved Productions, he says, you play anything? Not really, no. I like to talk a lot. I do talking. This is a talking video. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Michael Mark says, I put them in a Hairspray category. Borderline. Yeah, borderline. I mean, they used it. There's no doubt. They used Hairspray. Nashi Ket says, question about Until the Bitter End. Does it have a lot of major to major changes? No, not one. Not at all, buddy. It's all minor key. All minor key. Tristan Mohammed says, Rick, I never saw you in a while. Well, it's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing good out there. Nashi Ket says, YouTube wouldn't let me send that question normally. But that's weird. I wonder why. I don't know. You might. We have a lot of banned words. So, unfortunately, yes. But so you never know. You might have used one of those words. Deli says, I want to make another Pizza Man joke, but I think 1% me. Well, we're not talking about pizza. I was clearly talking a lot about pizza. But he was right to say Pizza Man because I was Pizza Man at the time. Bailey says, that's totally fine, dude. Each their own. Yeah, I mean, I got the, you know, everything that's on Speak of the Devil album. I love that stuff. You know, like, you know. For Children of the Grave. What else was on there? Stuff like that, you know. But yeah, as far as me being like some Black Sabbath connoisseur of the Ozzy era, I'm not. I don't know much. Sadly. Problem Solved said, I'm glad you got my sarcasm. There you go, brother. That's how we roll. I'm glad you're here, man. Stick around just a few more moments, buddy. I will definitely shred some goodies for y'all. Cal says, you like the band Giant? Yeah, Dan Huff. Amazing, dude. They only had like kind of one kind of hit, but I did have that tape that, what's it called? Giant Steps or Big Step? Something like that. But it was like, Dan Huff is the guitar player of Giant. That dude is sick. Sick for real. Kyle Bill says, talk show with your axe. That's how we do. Joe Alexandre, hello, buddy. Tristan Muhammad said, I'm going to sing on Wednesday. I'm spicing up from shredding. There you go, buddy. Metal Mark said he was into Sabbath in Ozzy area. Tony Iommi, riff master. Yeah, Tony is the riff master, ain't no doubt. So many riffs. Fausto Flores Paredes, what's up, buddy? Buenas noches, amigo. Evan said the C word, maybe. Not shit, or the asthma word. I don't know. Bailey says, you just made my week. That's awesome. You're welcome, Bailey. My pleasure. Steve said he loved that song. Absolutely. That album, I love that album. Speak of the Devil. It's got Brad Gillis on it, with Ozzy, Rudy Sarzo, and Tommy Aldridge. Live. It's a live album, right? And they play nothing but Black Sabbath tunes. And I was like, these are cool, man. But like I said, you know, when I first heard of Black Sabbath, Ronnie Dio, Heaven and Hell, that was the first album I ever heard. And then I just knew Ozzy was a solo artist, you know, Ozzy and Randy Rhoads, you know, that was all I knew. And so I was like, oh, Ozzy played with Black Sabbath before. I was like, what? Oh, wow. And then that Speak of the Devil album I've heard, and I was like, wow, this is cool, man. Yeah, for sure. Dig JC, thanks, buddy. Not your kid. He knows. It's all good, buddy. Bailey Brooks, much love to you. Thank you. Cal says, what's your favorite tuning? The one I use, standard D. Everything's down a whole step. Humblebee says drop D is the best sound. That's a nice one. Yeah. I don't do drop D, but everything's drop D. So one whole step down, standard D. It's the stuff of dreams for me. Been like that for a long time too. All right. Let's kick it into Super Overdrive here. This song is the biggest song I ever wrote. 376,000 views here on YouTube for this song. It's a pretty big one. It's a hard one too. Very hard song to play. Only so many people can do it, and some are trying, and that's awesome. So if you want to learn how to play this, figure it out. Let me and show me what you can do. Would love to see it. I'd be honored. Anyone that plays some of my songs. But this one's called The Fire Within, so let's roll it. It does sound good. Because stupidness, man. There's a big problem I have, and that's muting channels when I forget to do that. Okay, let's try that again with feeling this time. right, that was The Fire Within right there. I appreciate you hanging out listening to that one. That was a fun one there. That's actually a good cut of that. I nailed those arpeggios on that one, Donald. That was like premium arpeggio sweeping on that one for sure. Sometimes I don't get it, man. I don't get it sometimes, but that one I nailed it. I feel good. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. We got a lot of comments here, so appreciate you hanging out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are like 13 away from 67,600. Amazing. Getting so close. Mel Mark says, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Songs, The Wizard, NIB, Paranoid, Warpig, Sweetleaf, Fairies Wear Boots, Iron Main, Funeral, Electric Funeral, Children Good. Yeah, I've seen those names before. Ellie says, I'm excited for my guitar to come so I can practice better. And that's what's up, Ellie. Steve Morgan knows Randy Rhoads was such a gifted guitar player, man. He was. If anyone's got Hulu, if you got Hulu out there, there's a series called Into the Void. There's like 6 episodes. There's a bunch about metal stuff, whatever. There's a whole episode dedicated to Randy Rhoads. And his mother even said, it's like, Randy had a gift from God. It's true. It was true, man. Bailey says, I want to pick up the guitar again. You really inspire me. There you go, buddy. For sure, for sure. I mean, I didn't play guitar for 5 years, not too long ago. And, there's a lot of guitar players. Bradley Hall, I spoke of a little earlier, is one that inspired me. He quit his job and just started doing YouTube all the time. He's a great guitar player. I can't do that right at the moment, but he could. He got like 500,000 subscribers, but he's an amazing player. And I was like, wow, why am I not trying this stuff, man? And there you have it. Juji was ready to bring it on. Bring it on. Nashi Ket, thank you. Ash was like face melted. There you go, buddy. Evan, thank you. Ashes, thank you. Ellie's feeling it. Bailey said, you're making me emotional. It's all such a great feeling. Thank you, Bailey. Humble B, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Ashes says, some people play guitar, others make it sing. That sounds like a great tagline for like a commercial or something like that. Some people play guitar, others make it sing. I like it. I like that, dude. Richard in the house, what's up? He says, greetings once again, Maestro. Good to see you, brother. Metal Mark says he hears the neoclassical now. And for sure. That's a very, very, very classically inspired song right there. Thank you, Humble B. Pella got the count. We moving on up. 139 likes now. That's what's up. Ellie said, this feels like another boss battle theme, but much more like a victory. Like you've reached the last of the boss's 13 forms, right? That's the one right there. That's like the final sword in the face. Nashikis, I love that choir. Thank you, buddy. I love choirs, man. Choirs and harpsichord, man. That's my jam. There you go, Ellie. Steve Morgan says, holy smokes, you're one of the best out there. Thank you, buddy. That's incredible. Do I hear a little bit of Yngwie Malmsteen influence? Of course, yeah. If there was no Yngwie, there'd be no me, brother. I can promise you that. If there was no Yngwie, there would be no me. Donna Pugh, hello. Thank you so much. Mel Mark says, he 140 likes, I'm guessing. Peyton VR says, you're better than me, man. I am. That's not what I heard. I don't know, man, but you don't have any guitar videos. How can we tell, man? Peyton, we want to know, buddy. We want to know. You got to put some guitar videos up there before you say stuff like that, so we can check. Because you never know, dude. You could be the greatest thing ever. I don't know. Humble B says, get him Dragon Force vibes. Very nice. Problem Solved says, that was freaking beautiful. Thank you, buddy. I need Ellie to be here all the time when someone says, you're better than me stuff. And she says, he's better than everyone, I think. Not everyone, but I'm up in that percentage of people, for sure. I'm up there for sure. Thanks, Ashes. Appreciate that. Well, my chat went up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Judy said kicking aces and melting faces. I like it. Got an ace card coming down on the rocks right there. Fred Cat, thanks so much, buddy. Nashi Cat, thank you. Humble B. Bailey said he's tap dancing on them strings. That's how we do it. Evan said, I hate those Twilight freaks. You don't like vampires, man? You ever see the movie? Not the movie. It's a show called The Strain. That's based on some vampirism stuff. That's a dope show, though, man. That was a dope show. Brontosaurus says, most motivating video I've ever seen. Very impressive. Thank you, buddy. Big sad, bro. You're so tough. Thanks, my friend. Reservation, thank you. Nashiket, Ashes, thank you. Dude, you said smoke coming out of that laptop. Look out. Jeremy says, perfect timing, not sweep picking, machine gun picking. True that, true that. There's a section where I do a massive 3-octave sweep forward and back. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Uh-oh. Donald says he got distracted by Brody wearing pigtails because he lost a bet with Abby. I remember hearing about that bet. He clipped it. I gotta see that. Stardust says she gotta see it. We gotta see that for sure. Tertolio, he says, I'm not trying to be mean, but how do you play guitar? I mean, did you not see how I was playing guitar? And I don't mean to be rude, but how are you a turtle? How are you a turtle and can type? Almost a good complete sentence for once, with many question marks as well. I think you're gonna have to figure it out, Tertolio. Maybe do a little Google search. A little Google search will help you in regards to that. I think you go to Google and go, how does Rick Renstrom play guitar? I promise you, Tertolio. Go to Google and you can do it, and you'll find out. Metal Mark says, Rick, you ever hear of Frank Marino? Yes. Great player, man. Great player. Highly underrated player, too. Like, not super well known, you know? But he was, like, realistically, in the same category of, like, Uli John Roth. Like, they were, like, Hendrix disciples. And it's just Uli was in the Scorpions, a huge band, and then went off to his own solo career. Frank Marino was a Mahogany Rush, right? It wasn't the most popular band ever, but yeah, that dude could play. There's a guitar player I know. He used to be on Shrapnel Records named James Bird. He also played in the band Fifth Angel and Atlantis Rising, had some solo albums. He is super influenced by Frank Marino for sure. Donald says, going straight to the Discord. That's what I want to see, man. Reservation, there you go. Now tutorial, first tutorial, he don't know how to play guitar, but then he wants me to play BYOB. What's that? Is that SOAD, BYOB? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what that is, bro. Clint Shelton announced he says, just such an upbeat spirit, so humble, much respect. Thank you, Clint. Great to see you, brother. TikTok Patriot announced, good to see you too, bro. Thank you so much, buddy. Donald James says, what was John Carpenter vampire movie? I think it's, John Carpenter's vampire movie. That's great. I can't remember. Stardust will probably know. Oh, Vampires. I was going to say. I thought it was called Vampires. Oh, no. Corey Lehman, good to see you too, buddy. How you doing? Just wondering what kind of guitar that was. This is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. I own 4 of these from 1992, and one of them's from 1993. They're really, really good guitars. He said, if you could own any guitar, would it be this one? I just want Jackson to make me one of these. Make Jackson create me this guitar, but in a 2025 or 26 fashion, you know. That's it. Really, this is the perfect guitar. 24 frets, 2 humbuckers, Floyd Rose, reverse headstock. You gotta have a reverse headstock. Volume knob, tone knob, 5-way switch. Simple. Simple is better. Simple is the best. Ellie says, it doesn't seem like you're bragging when you say I'm up there. I've never seen anyone dance on strings like Supernatural Astronaut Dancer. It's really great. Thank you, Ellie. I've been around, you know. I've been playing for a long time. I had acquired some fame starting in 1999 through 2005. I was pretty well known in the world, except America, of course. But Europe and Asia, very well known. But I stopped playing guitar for a long time, and then people forgot about me. But they're remembering again. Some people, I like to see when people come in the chat and go, didn't you play for Rob Rock? I seen Rob Rock, or I have the Rob Rock album, or I have your solo album. It's awesome to see. Nashi K knows. The idiots here. Yes. Ellie says, I look a lot of people too. I watch too much YouTube. I feel it, no problem. I know a ton of great guitar players. I mean, I'm not the only one. Trust me. There are people that I look up to on YouTube. So trust me, I'm up there, but I'm up there like on the lower end. You know, still getting there. But I'm working on it. Steve Ray Tao says, play original music. Yes, I do. He said, or did everything end by the late 80s, mid 90s? Kids don't have their own generation. It's true. And there's a recent article from Yngwie J. Malmsteen that's very, very true. The music industry itself is just diluted completely. There's really nothing what's the word? There's nothing out there that's just like, something different. It's like, it's all starting to sound the same. All the pop music, all the stuff. People can record their own music at home now by themselves and just put whatever they want. And then, the thousands of people will find enjoyment in it, So there's really no direction to where music is gone. It's kind of just all over the place. In a way, it's kind of cool. In a way, it's kind of tough, too, because I don't want to say competing, but you're competing with thousands of other bands and guitarists or whatever for, people that will enjoy your tunes. So it's hard, man. It's very hard these days. But I do write all originals, Steve. That is for sure. Bailey says, Scorpions, I always forget about them. I feel like they're underrated. Yeah, Scorpions are great. Sin I in the house. He's off tomorrow. That's good, bro. He says, going to join us late night live. That's what's up there. Steve Morgan knows Jackson is all you need. That's right, brother. He said he used to own one once. There you go, man. Donald James said, I said that before. If I played Jackson, I'd be able to tell the difference. Yeah, you can. Yeah, certain Jacksons are. There's certainly Jacksons are the best. They have mass productions of Jacksons that are certainly fine guitars, but there's certain ones that are like, okay, that one's a little better for sure. They just put a little more into it, but yeah, this one, anyone who plays guitar would be like, wow, this feels nice. It's a great playing guitar. Brian Huffman says, why do you have the reverse headstock? What's the benefit? It looks cool. That's the benefit. It looks cool. And I think it just froze. How'd I just freeze? Uh-oh. Here we go again. Wait, okay. I think I lost connection to my camera. I'm back. Anyway, yeah, it looks cool, bro. I like the look of that. It looks way cooler. And see how I have the strings? I like it. They're like very cool, man. It's a cool look. There's no benefit otherwise, honestly. None whatsoever. No playability difference. Donald James was hecka popular in Japan. I was a little bit. I was in quite a few different magazines over there, big ones. Young Guitar, Burn. I was on a couple TV shows over there, which is nice. And the fans were amazing to me. I loved it over there. I'd love to go back as soon as possible. Metal Mark says, Rick, I figure you know many guitar players. I do, especially the less known ones. Others that don't. I do know a lot of those guys too. Yeah, a lot of players out there, man. It's crazy. Oscar Novo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you again, man. Been a minute. Jeremy Ben says, Rick, what was your greatest aha moment? What technique? I think when I got my picking technique perfected with no string noise. Because I used to be real really sloppy. Like I couldn't control the strings. I'd be all over the place. It was when I refined that so well and synchronized my left hand and right hand so perfectly. Way back when. Because I used to, after a year playing, I had incredible raw speed, but it wasn't sloppy. It was just like a lot of open strings, and I wasn't always hitting the right notes. So, but that was probably it, man. Ellie says, I honestly fear for my phone's health. If I gotta search for better guitar players. My phone's already smoking. I know. I can name quite a few. I can name 3 right immediately, and yeah, they're amazing dudes. It's the guys that I watch. Nashi Kid there's good guitarists and good musicians. Rick's both. Thank you, buddy. That's true. It takes a lot of work to become a great guitar player, but it also takes even more work to become a songwriter, a great songwriter, know how to write a song. So it's tough. It's tough. That's why I'm glad I can do both. Oh shoot, Ellie got that potato phone. You gotta watch out. Mason Ballad, how you doing, buddy? Gearless Magalhães Vieira, hello, Brazil, obrigado. Sinai says, I think it was us a soloist or someone that said Sean Lane played. Oh yeah, Sean Lane's amazing, dude. Ain't no doubt. Brian said, that's what's up. There you go, buddy. Evan says, Cheap Jackson's crap all over Squire. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Ellie said, I got scared that my internet cut off. Yeah, something weird. I think my phone got disconnected real quick. Mo Mark says, tagline, the good guitar players you listen to, the great guitars you feel it. That's true, too. Brian says, you ever tried a Tom Anderson guitar? No, I sure haven't. I've never had the pleasure of trying one of those. They do look very nice. Bailey says, thank you for making my night, Rick. You have an amazing community here as well. I'll definitely be back. Great to hear that, Bailey, and you have a wonderful rest of your night. Drew said, do you think we get in with the king again? Hopefully it won't freeze. Yeah, we can try it again. I don't care. Donald James asked me, that's how I sound, sloppy. Yeah, kind of sloppy. Hey, but it's all about refining that, you know. Like I was there, you know, and my second guitar teacher, he helped me put it all together, you know, get me refined, you know, to understand that there's a synchronization, you know, that synchronization between your right and left hand. So that every time your right hand's picking it out, your left hand's putting it down, you know what I mean? And that was a lot of that, my second year of lessons. Jeremy says, you've done that well. You're like a machine. Thanks, buddy. Metal Mark says, Rick, since you don't play for a while, how long did it take you? It took a good 3 months, I think, 3 or 4 months. And I was like, wow, okay, I can do what I used to do. And then after that, it's just been, again, we're kind of refining what I do, what I've done. You can go on my YouTube channel, you can go to the oldest live video and see how I played. And go to the newest video and see how I play. There's an incredible difference, Pablo Davila says, what's your preferred brand and model? This one here, and this model, this name there, Jackson, 100%. Ozzy says, can you play A minor in guitar? That's A minor on guitar. Sinai says, how long was your hiatus? About 5 years apiece. The last one I stopped playing in 2018 and started playing again in 2023. Prior to that, I stopped playing in 2005 and started playing again in 2011. So there's 2 5-year breaks that I took. Donald James says, good questions. True that. Big Wave in House says, good to see you, Rick. Enjoy your show, Tommy from Placer. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well tonight, man. We looking good. All right, we're going to kick it into Mega Overdrive. What time is it, 11:30? Shoot, man. I'll tell you, that pizza's starting to hit me hard, man. It's like, oh, I can feel it like in my stomach, like trying to move to the next level. All right, this next one's called Speeder. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. This is a fast song, so if you're driving, slow down. If you're seated, buckle up. If you're flying, autopilot, prepare for the speeder, everybody. Let's go. was Speeder right there. Hope you're safe after that journey. Ooh, man, that was crazy. All right. I think that covers the chord jams for now. Got some other tunes I want to try tonight. I haven't played this one in a long time. Whatever this song coming up is, I ain't played this in forever. So we're gonna give it a shot. It's kind of rocking. If I remember correctly, it's a pretty rocking 80s type jam. So we'll give that a turn. Let's see. Donald James says, when someone says A minor, I can't think of Kendrick song. Is that about like Drake or something like that? Because he was like, I heard these stories, but I don't know, man. Evan says, Angry Guitarist Vid is my new favorite Rick Renstromofficial. Isn't that funny, man? I don't know, man. When I was learning how to do YouTube, the guy that was mentoring me, he told me to copy that video or make a video with that guy because it was viral or whatever. So I had to think of something quick. That's a pretty funny one, though, man. How's that thing go? I can't remember how this little ditty goes. That's hilarious, though. Clint Sheldon said, "Let's go," and Najee gets feeling that super hyper mega drive, super hyper mega overdrive. That's what's up. Comrade Buttercup, thanks, buddy. Al Mark said, "What's on that pizza?" It was a cheddar and pepperoni. It's delicious, but it's heavy. It's heavy in my stomach right now. Kind of reminds me of when I was in Bochum, Germany, and had a pizza a little too late and right before a show. Luckily, it's not so hot in here, but try and chew this on a 98-degree state, 98-degree place, club. Yeah, it wasn't feeling good, but I want to make it. I'm going to make it. We only got 20 minutes here. Don says, I can't pick that part fast enough. It's too fast. That one goes crazy. That's because this song's 180 beats per minute, and we're doing 30-second notes on a lot of this stuff. So that's a lot of notes in between the beats for sure. Juji's, she was like getting pulled over there. Edison Adriana Castillo, thank you, buddy. Michael Dustin said he got no excuses. It's true. I think you're the 17th person tonight got no excuses, man, and ain't no one got them. People don't think about this. I love this. If I made a shirt that says no excuses, Michael, would you buy it? Speaking of, I forgot to put shirts up. That's stupid. What's next on the list? I'm going to throw a shirt up, man, because I always forget. We're probably going to do... Well, Juji wanted the King. I was going to do Chaotic Calm tonight. I was going to end the show with Chaotic Calm, but Juji's feeling the King, so we might have to save this for Saturday or something. We'll pop that up. I do have a merchandise shop. If you're interested at all, click on this shirt link you might see on the screen right now. You can check out the store at any time you like. It's free to look, so if you see something cool, that'd be awesome. Now she gets it. This is what it feels like holding on to an airplane, pretty much. I love that. That made me laugh, Evan. He said, Stardust, would Rick eat a vegetarian pizza? And Stardust said, not in a million years. Hell no. Now she get, thanks, buddy. Mark, he says, Scorpion Speed's coming. Rick, didn't you say Speedy was an next person? He is, yeah. I don't know if he's still alive. He probably is. He wasn't too old. But yeah, I don't know what his real name is. There's a German dude his nickname Speedy, and he basically throughout the I guess probably late 60s and through the 70s and 80s, and all the way up to 2000 when I met him, he would go around and he'd get autographs, he'd get pictures with people, all kinds of stuff, man. He tried to meet every single famous musician there ever was. And yeah, a little German guy. I think he lived in Hamburg because that's where I met him. It's been a long time, but yeah, it was a dude named Speedy. And that's what the song's about. This dude that goes around looking for them pictures, man. Wiznu, thanks, buddy. Evan says, could you hide some under the cheese and trick him? There's no tricking me, bro. There's no tricking me at all, man. Thanks, Ellie. Juji's eyes are falling, shred to bed. All right, then it's Chaotic Calm. Since Juji no gonna be here, no King, we'll do Chaotic Calm. We'll end with Chaotic Calm. Next time, Juji, next time. Ellie says, I gotta go to bed as well. All right, since Ellie's going, we can play the other song we were talking about. No, kidding. Have a great night to the both of you. Wow. That's actually funny, Stardust. And it wasn't anything bad. Haley asked, has anyone told you look like Eminem? I probably kind of do, man. We kind of have that same beard going on, I think. Eminem got this kind of beard lately. That's pretty funny. I wish I had a couple of Eminem's dollars. That's all. I do like it, some old Eminem, that's for sure. It's enjoyable for me. Evan said, funny thing angry guitarists do can sing in pretty good tune. Paul Gilbert. I haven't seen him do anything else. I haven't seen him do anything else. So Drew said she's going to be listening. We're going to be listening to Chaotic Calm instead. Because you'll probably fall asleep by that point. There's 17 minutes left. We still got a couple to go. Nashika said, I have lots of excuses in case someone wants to borrow some. There you go. Yeah. Donald's like, don't go to bed just yet. Hey, man, you got to go to bed. You got to go to bed. When I got to go, I'm out. And it takes me 5 minutes. Jamie said, what's the first song you wrote? Funny you should ask that, man. Because I actually unearthed that song the other day. So my first band was called Shattered Innocence. Funny name, right? But there was a movie in the 80s called Shattered Innocence. And it had this like hot chick with, a larger upper body thing, not to be rude. And so we were young, I'm 16, and my drummer that he was like 19 or something like that, and I think her name was Jonna something, I don't know. Anyway, we like, let's call the band Shattered Innocence. Like, all right, cool. And I said, I'll write a song called Shattered Innocence. So that's what I did. I wrote this song called Shattered Innocence, and that was the first like real song for a band I ever wrote. And I actually found a copy of it on my one of my hard drives the other day. So if you want to hear it, I'm gonna probably post it on the Discord for a lot of laughs, for sure. I have to mix it down and everything, but there you go. Xander, Robert Villani, good to see you, buddy. Sandra Shreds, can you play? Hold on, I can't, but I remembered this today. I remembered it today. Can you believe that? Donald J says Eminem is way scrawny. Yeah, Eminem's, he's short, 5'6", something like that. I know this because MGK did a diss, Eminem diss track. Says because MGK 6'4", you 5'6" or something. I don't know. It was something funny. Matt said larger upper body. Yeah, I don't want to be like, she has some big old, whatever. I'm not a rude person, and I do respect women and their parts. So I'm not going to say anything bad in that respect. But yeah. What was her name? Jonna, Jonna, Jonna Lee or something like that? My God, man. When you're a 16-year-old kid, you're like, wow, she is amazing, bro. Amazing. That's what we named the band after this movie she was in. Thanks, Matt. Mel Mark said, that sounded like Megadeth. It was. Deegan Mark said, that tone was spot on. Thanks, you, buddy. Mel Mark says, he only knows M&M's. Me too. I had some peanut butter M&M's the other day. Those are my favorite. I know. All right. Okay, we're going to try this song. I don't remember how to play it. I think it's in the... I think it's this key. All right, let's try it out. Kind of an old school rocker, if I remember. long time I played that one, man. That's from like May. I like, wow. I was like going through the tunes, like, what can I play tonight? What can I play? And I was like, whoa, I didn't play that in a while. There you have it. I have no idea what it's called, but it's called 052425 up in here. So I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate it. Let's see what we got. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight. 2 subscribers away from 67600. Who will it be tonight? Who will it be? Can we get over the hump? Let's see what 599. Can I get 600? Can I get 600? Going once, going twice. Anyway, it's all good. Now she gets it. It's actually magic how Rick's tone goes with everything. I know. That's how I always made my tones, man. With my Marshalls, I do the same. You know, I get it. I get that the tone that can do leads, rhythms, and just sound right for anything. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you noticing that. Thank you, Matt. Donald J said that riff got some mean stank to it. Yeah, buddy. That's an old 80s tune, old 80s style on there for sure. Nasty Cat's feeling that. Jesse, thank you. Matt, thank you. Juju, thank you. Man, that's nice. That was some shred. Appreciate it. Southwest, he's like the shred meister. Thank you, buddy. It looks like some Russian writing right there. He got some emojis. Spasibo, my friend. Cody Struble, thank you. Alex, another Russian language there. Spasibo. Jujichi woke up, was like, hell yeah. I can just imagine Jujichi's like, hell yeah. There you go. Todd Sundberg, thanks, buddy. Thank you, Cody. Donald's feeling that. Juji was like, mind blown. There you go. Rian Yashin from Brazil. Sick, man, he says, obrigado, amigo. Thanks, Jesse. Matt, thank you. Thank you, Matt, again. Southwest, appreciate that. Ryan says, play Warbringer, Sever Reality. What is that, some Spotify band? I have no idea what that is, dude. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know, what I was talking about earlier. The music industry is so diluted. I have no idea what Warbringer, Severed Reality is. It sounds like a TV show. On the next episode of Warbringer, Severed Reality, will he find the magic stone? We'll find out on Tuesday night at 10 o'clock on Paramount Plus. Yeah, Warbringer. That's what that sounds like to me. Nashiket, thanks, buddy. Evan says, does Holy S come from cows or Jesus? I've always been confused. That's a good question, buddy. I don't know. That sounds like a Google question there, and that would probably give you some detailed information if I was. I could find out though. How about I find out? Origin of. All right, here we go. Origin of holy shiz. And we have the phrase emerged from a long history of combining sacred terms with vulgar words to create exclamations of shock. While the exact moment of origin is hard to pinpoint, the phrase was recorded in print in 1953 and was likely in spoken use earlier. Interesting. And then there's a Reddit 4 years ago. Did the phrase "holy shit" originate from actual religious something? That is a mind-boggling question, Devin. Jeremy Bennett, thank you, buddy. Todd, thank you, sir. Metal Mark said, that was a cool one. Needs a name. One of these days, you know, we'll come up with names at some point. Like I said, I write so many songs. It's just hard for me to like just come up with names, you know. Something, you know, meaningful. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Matt, thanks for subscribing, buddy. Donald J says, gotta play that one more often. That was a rockin' something. Thanks, buddy. I got a whole bunch. I got a whole bunch, man. I don't even know. It's like, I got so many songs, I don't even know what I have anymore. All right, Juju says 083025. What's that? Well, which one's that? Let me see. 0830. Okay, there is such a 0830, and that is the concierto. All right, let me think. Because we got enough time for one more, and I think Chaotic Calm might be the one tonight. So I'm thinking I'll hold that one for Saturday, Juju, if you're okay with that. LR says, you play much Pantera? Not very much, no. I know a couple. Matt asks, who's your top 3 guitar players? Yngwie Malmsteen, Richie Blackmore, Uli John Roth. Top 3 right there. Corey says, whoa, you actually said my last name correctly. No one gets it right. You're the man. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I used to work in sales for a very long time in my late 20s. And so we get thrown a lot of names. And my mom was also an English teacher, and I'm very good at pronunciation of words. So yeah, I always try diligently to look at someone's name and try and figure it out how exactly that sounds, and hopefully get it right. Usually I get it right. Donald James says Warbringer is cool, but he don't really listen anymore. Who does then? That one guy does. That one dude. How many listeners? How many monthly listeners does Warbringer have on Spotify? That's the big question. I like to know. There you go, Indy. Indy rolled up for a perfect timing. Good to see you. Good to see you. So much for that. Says, bro, give me your sickest pinch harmonic. A pinch harmonic? How about that? Yeah. Pure themey eng tippy eng tippy. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break. No, why would I play that? Yeah, you need to just go swipe away pure theming and go watch the video or something, man. Weird. Independent. Indy says, I came with the right name. You sure did, Indy. You sure did. Dev Lopez says, hi, I'm from Russian. You're from Russia? You're from Russia. But he says, play Godsmack. Who plays Godsmack anymore, buddy? Godsmack is a dead band, bro. They tried to put something out, and it came, and it went as fast as it came. But I appreciate it, brother. Juju was feeling that one. Metal Mark says, name the song Xena Warrior Princess. Probably get a copy. I could call it Annex Warrior Prince. How about that? Let's see. Yeah, it's true. Stardust made some pizza, and it's got me. It's almost, I don't know. It's got me a little giddy tonight. I'm wide open tonight. I'm letting it fly, man. I don't care. Evan said, Senator Warrior, worst TV show ever. Worse than Oprah. Senator Warrior? What is that about? During the day, he's a senator. At night, he's a warrior. He's Senator Warrior. 9 o'clock on Paramount Plus. Sounds like. Metal Mark says, holy smokes, the church is on fire. Here you go. Shuji's still going there. Evan says Xena Warrior. That's a classic, right? And Chris said he pronounced mine right off. Had the same kind of. It happens a bit. I've seen some Eastern Indian names, some really long Eastern Indian names, and I nailed it. And they're like you no one's ever got my name right. I'm like, that's cool. You want to? Yeah. How about I interest you in what I'm selling? They're like, I'll buy one. I'm like, all right, just because I got their name right. So that was always nice. There you go. So much for that. Donald says, damn, that E string too. I know, right? You can nail it, man. These are new strings too. Usually new strings are hard to hit those, man. Hard to hit those. Devil says, go, Rick, go. Don't stop. You're amazing. Thank you, buddy. Spasibo, Devil Open. You're welcome so much. Now she gets like, oof. Or a D string, yeah, right? Mustafa and us, buddy. Metal Mark said, wow, made that B squeal. You know how we do, man. Mustafa, I'm doing great. How about you, buddy? Tyler Massey says, do I like Brandon Lake? Who's that? I like Brandon Lee. God rest his soul, man, but I never heard no Brandon Lake, bud. Too many people out there in the world for me to know of anymore. Kyle said he got that chili burger, man. It's about time, dude. Chasta Guitarist, brother, thanks for those jewels, bro. Very, very nice of you, man. Thank you so much. Good to see you, too, tonight, man. All right, what was this one? There was something that was, you know what? Do we really want to get crazy? We're gonna do some Megaton Fest. I play this one. I play this one very seldomly because it's like 210 beats per minute. It's really hard. This one part's really hard to play. But we're gonna play it. I don't care. Check it out. This is 0426. This one's nuts. know it abruptly ended like that. It's been a while since I played that one, but there you have it. That was the crazy. I haven't played that one in a while, but yeah, that whole song is 210 beats. So the first part, it's all slow sounding, but then when it kicks in, we're talking 210 beats a minute, and that is flying right there, flying. Anyway, appreciate you hanging out. Jax, the guitar player, you rock, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat and all the jewels tonight. You rule, dude. Very, very nice. Thank you, Mustafa. Metal Mark's feeling that. Thank you, Indy. Devil says, oh my God, you play guitar really effing cool. Thank you, Devil. Spasibo. And then Jazz said, he's officially broke now. I feel it, man. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. It means a lot to us. Appreciate you. Carl says, that's cool. Thanks, Carl. Jazz says, he's at 733 XP for that one. Made him number one tonight. That's what's up, dude. Thank you, Indy. You rock, buddy. Jazz says, like the membership. Join the gang, eh? That's always a good one to do. Now she gets says, Rick can hit fast forward. That's true, right? And then now she gets it. I don't need my jaw anyway. Who needs a jaw? Thanks, buddy. Thank you, Slumpy. Appreciate that. But man, after all that, Nomar Esparza goes, can you play Stairway to Heaven? Can you play Stairway to Heaven? No, I sure can. I don't know how to play it. It's Stairway. It's Stairway to Heaven. I don't know. I probably could, dude, but why would I? How old are you, Nomar? Tell me how old you are, please. Just tell me the age. I want to know. I only want to know your age at this point. How old? Anyway, Jazz says Rick is amazing with us. Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that, brother. Slumpy's feeling it. There you go, buddy. Now she get there aren't words for this. I feel it. Bella, thank you so much. Christina as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys there. Austin, thanks, buddy. Bella said, that was insanely fast. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, we're talking 30-second notes at 210 beats per minute. Luckily, I'm warmed up enough for that one. Whew. If you're not warmed up, you're gonna have a bad time. Jeremy, thank you, bro. Mustafa, thank you. Paula in the house. How you doing, Paula? Bow to Nature says, damn, have absolutely no excuse to suck a guitar. Number 18. Is that number 18 excuses tonight? We might set a record for no excuses tonight. But I appreciate your bow to Nature. I feel that, bro. I feel it. Call out my grandmother. Oh, shoot. What grandmother? Oh. What WTF is that an escaped Oompa Loompa? Really? Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, first off, that's how genuine this verse is. It says my grandmother's, and then a sexual pleasure toy, which he probably uses on his own beehole, because his grandma probably not living any further. So he inherited that D. He loves the D, you know. He loves it. I know. I can just imagine how much you love it, bro. Is it pink? It's probably pink. Probably pink for you. Oh, because I see. And look at this. He's got a little M. You know that little M. Little moron. But that's all good. We love you. We love you. Thank you for your support tonight. Jake C says, play an original song. I do, buddy. Every single thing I do is original. Jazz said, so I basically learned that I sent Rick $15. Hey, man, that's good. That's all good, brother. You know where it goes? Right here into the studio, man. It's been a rough couple of months, man. Or at least September was very, very rough, man. And there's a lot of things we're still trying to upgrade in the studio here. So everything helps, Jazz, and I do appreciate it. I truly do. Tormania at RC, hello, buddy. He says, suggest a good electric guitar. Depends what you're playing, buddy. Metal, probably an Ibanez or a Jackson. You can get one for $200. If you're just playing rock and roll stuff, Fender Squire do you good, $200. Slumpy is taking requests. It depends, buddy. If I know it, I'll play it. If I don't, I don't. Jeremy says, think you need a quarter for every time you see someone that has a... Man, if I had a nickel for everyone said I have no excuse, I would stop. I could quit. I could retire. If I had a nickel for every time I saw someone say, I have no excuse to be not playing guitar or sucking at guitar, or no excuses then as well. You know, if I had a nickel, just a nickel, I could retire. I could retire by now. Why can't that happen? I need a no excuse jar, kind of like a swear jar, but a no excuse jar. Every time you say I got no excuse, you got to put a nickel in my no excuse jar. I could retire. Help me retire, everybody, please. Donald says people just expect players to know songs. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, I know. There's one dude, John Holt, one guy on YouTube. I mean, he could probably, if he don't know it, he'll go listen to it and he can figure it out in like a couple minutes. But that's him, dude. He's the only one I know that can pull that off. The only one I know. Only one I know. Indy's got a link to our merchandise along with the link on the screen. You can click on that and check out the store. Alvaro Machado de Lima, he says play Rob Rock. I love those requests. You know I love some Rob Rock. If it wasn't for Rob Rock, I would not have had a career in doing what I do. We always honor Rob Rock. How about this one, buddy? You remember this song here? Forever, love of my life. Jazz says, I guess YouTube gotta make it. That's why YouTube's billionaires, and we just struggling. We struggling heirs. That's what we is. Donald James felt that he inherited. He did. He inherited his grandma's pink sexual device. Gotta love it, man. That's what he loves, man. That's what he loves. That's why he's on YouTube looking for more excitement. Moacir Cole Jr., what's up, buddy? Buenas noches, buddy. Good to see you. Evan says Rick needs a buy me a coffee do tab thingy, so YouTube doesn't take most of the money. Yeah, I tried that, dude. I got a PayPal, I got a Venmo, and I got a Cash App, and they're pretty much $0 in there, but it's okay, man. People, I don't know how people get Venmos and stuff like that, man. We put it up there, we do this, we do that. It's in my bio. Like I said, it don't matter, man. It's all good. It's all good. Jash, have a great night, buddy. Yo, gratitude, brother. What's up, dog? Haven't seen you in a minute, man. How you been, bro? Good to see you. Jeremy Bennett knows exactly. Joseph Logan Dice, he says, I'm 38 years old and just started learning about a month ago. What would your first lesson be for me? I'll teach you how to play chords. Guitar chords. Playing chords on a guitar is basically the bread and butter of all guitar. If you can't play chords, then you can't move to the next level for sure. But then again, some people do. They just bypass it all and go, I want to shred, man, and I'm going to learn how to shred. And that's all they do. But then that's all they can do. But yeah, learn the chords. Learn open chords. A minor, you go E major, F minor, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major. Just learn all the open chords. It's the best way to start, buddy. Cad and Wizard says no one knows Kwanzaa. What's Kwanzaa? Sounds like a holiday for a certain ethnic group or something. I don't know. That I do not know. Metal Mark says 20 million nickels equals $1 million. Hey, there you go. I'm pretty sure it's been about 19 million times people have said, I've got no excuse, bro. No excuse, bro. Out of the millions of views I've got on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, it's pretty close to that, man. Alvaro, there you go, buddy. Donald knows Rob Rock is so sick. Yeah, buddy, I love Rob, man. Great singer. Nashiket, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Gratitude. Okay, what song was that? It was called Forever by Rob Rock. It was the singer I used to work with back in the day. Metal Mark knows YouTube's owned by Google. That's the truth. That's why Google billionaires. Everyone that works for Google is probably a billionaire. Gratitude said Rick would be stellar no matter who he plays with. I feel that, brother. I'll feel it. Poor H. Foreman says, can you play Art of Dying by Gojira? I sure can't. Don't know it. Dane Dealer says scales. Yeah, scales are the next. You learn chords first, then you learn scales. Makes it a lot easier to understand scales. See, Indy's got it right here. Shows Rick some love on PayPal or Cash App. Heck yeah. Metal Mark says, aren't coffees about $20 a day? Depending on where you go. Mustafa, thanks, buddy. Vlad Kiev, how you doing, buddy? How you doing today, man? Hope you're good. Nashiket says he thought Fire in the Flames was the biggest offender. I don't mind playing that. That's such a stupid, easy song. But people think it's very impressive. It's Fire in the Flames is low-key fire. It's low-key fire for sure. John Off Dewey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Gratitude says, people playing that Rocksmith thing I wanted 10 or 15 years ago, they're good, but they look like they're playing their PlayStation. That's true. Very true, bro. Yeah. Play it for real, man. But, everyone, like I said, everyone's on their own guitar journey. And that's totally fine by me, man. You do what you want and have fun with it. See where it takes you. That's all you can do. See where it takes you. You know what? I'm going to bypass KO.com. We'll do that Saturday. I'm going to do Intimidator instead. We'll end with some Intimidator. Oh, okay. Ken says Quatsa is Queens of the Stone Age. Oh, there was bands in the Stone Age? I didn't know they had bands. I know they had like lutes and stuff probably. Maybe some stringed instruments back then. I don't know. Never heard of them, dude. But I'm glad you love them, man. If you love them, that's awesome. Again, another example of there's too many bands out there, man. Too many bands, but you find who you love and you go with that, man. You go with that. That's what's up, man. Anyway, okay, looks like, yeah. One more. He said, oh, what Metal Mark says, what's your oldest song you still know how to play? I mean, I listened to that Shattered Innocence song we were talking about. It was like... something like that. And it was like a... You guys, if you get on that Discord, I'll let you hear this song. I kind of remember it just by hearing it. It's funny. Jeremy Ben says, what was your best show? Where was it at? Best show ever, 2003, Bang Your Head Festival, 30,000 plus people. It was the craziest thing I ever saw in my life, to see that many people in one place. And I could look through and see a sea of people. And there I'm shredding away, just doing my thing. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I have video of it too. Gratitude says, Bardcore, Dr. Dre is cool with medieval instruments. Interesting. I've heard some of this Bard. I've seen that like Bard style stuff on the YouTube. Or it's graced my timeline, but I've not watched it. Because usually if I watch one video, then YouTube's like, oh, you watched that? Here's 50,000 other videos. And it screws my timeline up, dude. So if I want to see something that I don't want on my timeline, I have a burner account that I look at stuff. That's how you roll, man. Alright, let's see. Intimidator, I don't know. Donald James knows. Intimidator or Freeze? Those that know, real quick, Intimidator or Freeze? Let me know. Because I do got to get out of here. We'll do a quick poll. How about a quick poll? Intimidator or Freeze? Quick poll. And I'll play a couple of quick solos. Last song? Question mark. Oops. Okay, there we go. Do a quick poll. I'll play a couple of quick covers here. 2 freezes already, and two freeze, 2 intimidator. Wow. Moving on grooving here. All right, man. Well, we're already tied. We're already tied. How about all right, we'll do this one here. We'll crank out Holy Diver. That's long enough to give you some time to crank it down. Let's see. Oh, hell no. Why you gotta do this to me? I had the other song blanked out. Okay. Let's try it again. With feeling, and keep the polls going. Not too long in the midnight blue, the diver. Oh, holy diver. Man, that's a great tune right there. One of my favorite Dio songs. That and Don't Talk to Strangers is a killing jam, man, by Dio. That's a great one, too. All right, let's see. You want to stop the poll because that was it. Quick poll, looking like Intimidator. Ah, you got it. That's the one. Intimidator 60, Freeze 40. That's the one. Well, let's do it, Intimidator. This is the last song of the night. I got to get out of here, man. Last day, Friday. One more day of work. Got to get up, though. And we got me and Stardust got some stuff to do tonight. So we got big plans tonight. But watch out. I got to get cooking. All right, Intimidator, here we go. Let's rock this. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if this song don't do it for you, I don't know what else would, honestly. Probably if I played Guns N' Roses, you'd subscribe, wouldn't you? But this Intimidator instead. So if this don't do it, I feel it, man. Appreciate you hanging nonetheless. Intimidator, commence. the winner of the poll, Intimidator. That's a cool song. That's a aggressive song. That is for sure. Very aggressive song right there. Well, Superman, I thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. We'll read these comments, and we got to get the heck out of here. Thanks, John Off Duty. Appreciate that, brother. And Gretchen's like, get it back up there, bro. You know I do. Evan says, Steel's Panther sing about Poo Tang. Whatever food metal band. That's true. That's true. 9999 Low Main said, from the top rope. That's what's up. Blossom Ape. It's now 12:29. Evan's got 2:24 p.m. Australia time. That's what's up. Nah, she kept feeling it. Donald James was hoping for the freeze, but we got intimidated. No freeze tonight in full intimidation. Donald James says, Brody's still on, is he? All right, man, shoot. We'll do the redirect here. We're gonna rip through these comments and hit it home, man. Redirect. Brody's going. Let's go. All right, Brody got it saved. Wunderbar. All right. Thank you, Donald. Appreciate that. Galen Dan says, do you have the ability to do clips? I certainly do, but I don't play it. I don't know it. I never try to learn it. I'm sure I could. He said he's been waiting. To be honest, buddy, if you want, the only guitar player I know on YouTube that can play Cliffs of Dover is Luke Ashdown. ASHDOWN, Luke Ashdown. I highly suggest you go find him and follow him, buddy, if you love Cliffs of Dover that much. The people that subscribe to me enjoy what I do and not other people's stuff. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But Luke Ashdown, go look up Luke Ashdown, buddy. He'll take care of you, man. He does go live periodically. But he's a great young player. Thank you, Indy. Vengeance says, hell nah, how's he playing that? Hell yeah. Wait. I gotta look at Vengeance heads real quick. Vengeance, you gotta work on your YouTube channel before you start talking mess about anybody, man. How? But I get you. But never say no. Say yes, and believe. The world doesn't believe in much anymore. Sadly, everybody, the world doesn't believe much anymore due to AI and stupid stuff and brain rot. But man, you gotta believe. You gotta believe in real stuff for sure. Evan says, Dave or Guitar Gay to Donald. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I wish I could give you the option for both. We'll send to Brody. He needs that 20,000 subscribers. We need some more subscribers over there. Murdoch, thanks, buddy. Thank you, Indy. Mustafa, thank you. Fentante Icha, no, I don't know Can Rock. Interesting song though. Not too shabby of that kid, yeah, for sure. Nice of him to pull that out there. Nashikid says super heavy. Love that rhythm. Thanks, brother. Thank you, John. Gratitude. Thank you, buddy. Pretty much, Evan. Yeah, like I said, dude, go Gambling Dan. There you go. All right, Gambling Dan got it. Thanks. He said, "Look, yeah, buddy. If I knew it, buddy, I'd play it all day, man. But I never got into playing it. Never cared to play it. It's a cool song. But here's my challenge to anyone that ever says play Cliffs of Dover. Name me 3 more Eric Johnson songs within 5 seconds. Type it now. Start typing now. 3 more Eric Johnson songs. I bet you can't do it. No one can do it. You'd have to go to Google. What are other songs from Eric Johnson? That's the only way you would know. Because Eric Johnson only got 1 song. And that's cool, man. But yeah, nah, I don't play. I never got into Eric Johnson like that, buddy. But I definitely respect what he's done. For sure. Yeah, I could totally play it. But do I want to play it? Do I care to play it? No one knows. But I appreciate anyone out there nonetheless. Evan says, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. You know that's right. Nashike, you're welcome, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for staying up, man. Or getting up. Or hope the coffee helped you. Moose Man, thanks, buddy. Oh, he says amazing challenge, yeah. I'll tell you, I'll say this. Why don't you tell Eric Johnson to play Rick Renstrom's The Fire Within? I would love to see that. I would love to see Eric Johnson, or anyone, for that matter, of known, Slash. See if Slash can play The Fire Within. Everyone loves Guns N' Roses. See if Slash can play that, So many guitar players out there that people want to hear. But, I want to see him play one of my songs. That'd be up. Galen Dan says he's not even into Eric Johnson, but Cliffs of Dover's in the golf playlist. Nice, dude. That's an interesting golf song. That's a good song. It's a good song. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not hating on him at all, for sure. Indy said, "So glad I was able to come in some of your lives." It's good to see you, Indy. Thank you so much. Vladimir, boy noche, buddy. What's up, Honey Tap? Good to see you, bud. All right, man. I got to get out of here. Yo, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I truly, truly appreciate it. We are out of here. I'll be back on Saturday night at 9 and Sunday night at 9. That's Eastern time. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you get your notifications on. And come check us out on Saturday and or Sunday. Your choice, of course. Other than that, we'll be back next week, too. So, yeah, other than that, everyone, I'm going to send you off to Brody. Yeah, Donald knows. Tyler is the one he plays one of my songs perfectly. And Donald is working on it diligently. I know. But yeah, for sure. We're going to send you off to Brody or give you the opportunity if you'd like to go check out Brody the Super Shredder. He's a really great friend of ours. Young shredder, 16 years old. He plays all that stuff you like. You play Cliffs of Dover. I think he knows Cliffs of Dover. He plays Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Bullet for My Valentine, Ozzy, the Yin Yang, Black Sabbath, you name it. Brody can play it. He might still be going for a little bit, so we'll shoot you over there. You'll have the opportunity when I leave to click on a link to go to him. But much love to everybody. Appreciate all your time tonight and hanging with me. Thank you so, so much. Everyone stay safe out there. Be good to each other and take care of each other. That's all we got. I'll see you on Saturday and Sunday, everybody. Take it easy and have a great rest of your week and or weekend. Adios. See you.